Very good afternoon, all of you. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is diagnostic of electronic components and system. So this chapter basically deals with the sensors that are used in a vehicle. So we are going to see the purpose of these sensors, the application as well as their working principle in this chapter. So let us move on to the first point, that is the introduction. Here it says that sensors are the components of the system that provide the inputs that enable the computer, that is in a vehicle the computer, that means the thing that wholly operate the electronic system, feeds back the signal is the ECM, that is engine control module, to carry out the operations that make the system function correctly. Okay, so in the case of vehicle sensor, it is usually a voltage that is represented by a code at the computer's processor. That means the sensors are sending the signal with the help of a voltage. That means they are sending the signal through voltage operation. That means high voltage, low voltage, moderate voltage, and they also represent a code in it to the computer's processor, which the computer processor receives the signal and sends the signals to the actuator to operate it. Right. So the first sensor that comes is oxygen sensor. So let me tell you one thing, this sensor basically is mounted on the exhaust manifold or the exhaust chamber of a vehicle to detect the oxygen molecules in the present in the exhaust gases. Okay, so see what it says. The oxygen sensor or O2 sensor is installed in the exhaust manifold or exhaust pipe. It measures the amount of oxygen in the exhaust gas, right? The oxygen sensor is about the size of spark plug and produces a small voltage when exposed to oxygen. Now see, this varying voltage is sent to the ECM. So what happens? The voltage varies with the amount of oxygen in exhaust gas. That means when there is a presence of oxygen in the exhaust manifold, what happens? The oxygen sensor generates a small voltage, and that voltage is being sent to the ECM, that is the engine control module. So what happens? The engine control module then reads that that very small amount of varying voltage, and it gets the feedback from the oxygen sensor that there is how much oxygen is present in the exhaust gas. Okay, so in the next paragraph we see that oxygen sensor voltage varies between 1.3 to 1.5 volts. So this is the amount of voltage that oxygen sensor produces. When the voltage is close to 0.45 volt, that is 450 millivolt, the air fuel ratio is close to the ideal 14.7:1. That means uh, this is the ideal air fuel mixture. Okay, so when the voltage is this much, that is 0.45 volt, the air fuel ratio will be this much, that is 14.7:1. Next comes, if the voltage is higher than 0.45 volt, the oxygen content is low and air fuel mixture is rich. That means the new air fuel mixture must be this much, that is less than 14. This is the approximate value. Okay, this much, that means this is the air particle, and this part is the one part is the fuel particle. So below these are all rich mixtures. That means the air content, the oxygen content is low, and the fuel as compared to the fuel ratio. Okay, and next says, and if the voltage is less than 0.45 volt, the oxygen content is high and the air fuel ratio is low. That means the approximate air fuel ratio must be 16:1. That means this is the fuel particle, and this means this is the oxygen particle or the air particle. Okay, so at that time the voltage must be less than 0.45. So these are the three voltages that are produced by the oxygen sensor. Okay, now see the graph. this is the same graph. Over in the y-axis we see that there is percentage of oxygen in exhaust gas, that is 2%, 4%, 6, 8 and 10%. And in the x-axis we are going to see there is the air fuel ratio of a petrol engine. This is the lean mixture. Lean mixture means the air particle is much more than the fuel particle. That means 20 particles you see is the air and 1 particle is fuel. That means to burn the 1 particle of fuel, 20 molecules of oxygen is used. That means it will give you a better fuel efficiency. Okay, and over here you see this is the rich mixture. So what happens here, the fuel particle is 1 particle and the 10 molecules is used to burn the 1 particle of fuel. That means over here you will get more amount of power, more amount of torque, bhp of an engine, and lean mixture will provide you fuel efficiency. Okay, and this is the stoichiometric point, that is 14.7:1. That means this is the best result where you can get both power as well as fuel efficiency. Okay, now see what happens here. When the mixture is when the air fuel mixture is a rich mixture, so what happens, the oxygen content in the exhaust gas will be about this point. Okay, now see when the particle, that means when I am increasing the amount of intake here, that means the air fuel ratio is more than this 16:1, 18:1. That means more amount of oxygen is present in the intake here. So after burning, the much more amount of oxygen will also be present in the exhaust gas. So see the graphs exponentially increases, and see when the lean mixture, when the air fuel mixture is becoming leaner and leaner, what happens, the percentage of oxygen is also getting increased in the exhaust manifold, right? So this is the basically oxygen in exhaust versus air fuel ratio graph. Now see what says, the varying voltage tells the ECM or the engine control module whether the air fuel mixture is rich or lean. Okay, the ECM then adjusts the duty cycle to the injector. So how the ECM responds, it basically sends the feedback to the injectors, that means the fuel injector, from where the fuel is entering or combining with the air mixtures, okay, before entering the combustion chamber for combustion. Okay, so there the ECM is sending the injectors to regulate the fuel delivery. Okay, so next comes, it turns them on for a longer or shorter time. Okay, that means the opening of nozzle of the injectors, that means opening for a longer time means more amount of fuel will be supplied or mixed with the air, and less or shorter time opening of the nozzle means less amount of fuel will be. That means when the injectors are opened for a longer time, more amount of fuel will mixed with the air, which results in rich mixtures, and shorter time provides lean mixture. Okay, so see what happens, this enriches or lean out the air fuel mixture. Now see the diagram of a block diagram of a oxygen sensor. You see these are the feedbacks, that is one input and the other one is output, are sent to the ECM, that is the engine control module, and you see there is a atmospheric oxygen, okay, that is coming from the atmosphere, and this gas is coming from the exhaust, that means after combustion process. Okay, so there is a, see this ceramic, that is ZrO2. ZrO2 means zirconium dioxide is used. Okay, so what happens, it detects the presence of oxygen as well as the platinum electrode detects the presence of oxygen in this exhaust gas. Okay, and this is the exhaust manifold or the exhaust pipe. Okay, and the over here it generates the voltage and sends it to the ECM. Okay, and ECM, what happens, you see this is the ECM feeds back the signal to the injectors to regulate the air fuel mixture. Okay, so this is the schematic representation of oxygen sensor. Now see, there are various conditions of this oxygen sensor to work. Now see the first point. The oxygen sensor will not work unless it is hot. That means this oxygen sensor will not process or work if it is not hot. Okay. Now say it must be between 200 to 800 degrees Celsius. That means the working temperature of oxygen sensor is between 200 to 800 degrees centigrade. The oxygen sensor will not produce a voltage signal when the engine is cooled. That means at the time of starting, the oxygen sensor will not work. Okay. While the engine is warming up, that means after running the engine for 10 or 15 minutes, the electronic engine control system is in open loop mode. Okay. Now see what happens. The ECM, that is the engine control modules, ignores the signal from the oxygen sensor. So at that time, during the cold start condition or when the engine is cool, the ECM will ignore all the voltage that is coming from the oxygen sensor. Okay. Now see, instead ECM uses data from the lookup table to the maintain a air fuel ratio that allows the engine. That means there is already a program table in the ECM, and according to the program, the ECM will send the injectors to regulate the air fuel mixture accordingly. Okay. And it will not take the feedback data from the oxygen sensor at that time. Now see what happens. As soon as the engine and oxygen sensor reach operating temperature, that means in between 200 to 800 degrees Celsius, what happens, the oxygen sensor voltage signal is sent to the ECM. At that time, the oxygen sensor will start sending the varying voltage to the ECM. So what happens, the ECM switches to closed loop mode. That means it will close the open loop and there will be proper flow of voltages. That means sending signal and receiving signal, and begins the oxygen sensor signal to compute injector duty cycle. Okay. So what happens, with reference to the voltage signal sent by the oxygen sensor, the ECM will feed the injectors to regulate the fuel delivery. Okay. Now see in the next paragraph it says the engine may receive a rich mixture while running in open loop. This produces excessive pollutions in the exhaust gas. So you see, when somebody is running a vehicle after a longer time, that means when the engine is in cold condition, so what happens, in the very few first minute, what happens, white smoke comes out from the exhaust gas. So at that time what happens, what it is required, more fuel is required to start the engine, to warm up the engine very quickly. So what happens, maximum amount of fuel does not get burned at that time. Okay. To reduce open loop time, many oxygen sensors have an electric heating element inside. So to avoid this condition, what happens, many vehicles nowadays have another heating agent or heating component that switches the oxygen sensor to reach its working cycle in a very few seconds. Okay. So these oxygen sensors will reach the operating temperature very quickly. So no need to warm up the engine for 2, 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. So next paragraph it says, if the engine idles too long, the oxygen sensor may cool off and stop producing a voltage signal. Okay. So this puts the system in open loop. When engine speed increases, the oxygen sensor quickly reaches operating temperature. That means engine speed when increases, when the fuel amount of fuel is being delivered to the combustion chamber is more, that means more power is generating, so more speed of the crankshaft will be gained. So it again sends voltage to the ECM, which switches a closed loop. Okay.